That's good. That looks good. This is up and moving. All right, go over this way. I'll give it a few minutes that way. And pop that open. All right. Well, I still got a little bit to do. See if anybody decides to stop in and give a watch. I do wonder if anyone's going to show up. It's always an interesting question. I guess that's... What's up, Mike? How's it going? Oh, you're in an ad? Yeah, those always suck. What's up, Caden? How's it going? What's up, HBF? Packers have the hardest schedule. Let me get my graphic up. Might just be easier to go strength. Copy. Jump to present. Pop this part open. Let's see. Packers have the 32nd, 31st, 30th, 29th, 28th, 27th, 26th, 25th, 24th, 23rd, 22nd ranked schedule. So not too bad. Miami versus Green Bay Christmas Day. Yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. Miami and up in Green Bay. Oh, it's in Miami too, so it's even better then. Hell yeah. Apparently New England is going 0-99 and didn't get better. Oh yeah, I heard about that. That's always a bummer. Just look at the schedule and see who we play. All right, we'll go over individual schedules probably in like 15, 20 minutes. We'll start with that. But it's also fun to kind of look at and start with like the strength of schedule and see where teams kind of rank out before we get going. See if we wind up agreeing. But this is the technical rank based on last season is kind of how your schedule gets ranked. So the lucky teams are the Commanders, Cowboys, Eagles, Giants, Lions. You might want to go to South Beach for Christmas, Kenny. Yeah, I don't blame you. The Rams, Cardinals, Bengals all get kind of screwed. What's up, Shiesty? Right, well, they only have one morning game. Yeah. There's a bunch of teams got 5. They got maxed out with 5 teams. I think I seen 6 different teams got let me look. I'm gonna look this up. Who's all the prime timers? Let's see. A staggering 12 teams max out with 5 top primetime games. The Bills, Cowboys, Packers, Chiefs, Rams, Broncos, Bucks, Chargers, Bengals, Patriots, Eagles, and 49ers. Very good for the balance of the league. Something cool for the Patriots. They do 4 primetime games in a row. From week 12, they play the Vikings on Thanksgiving. Week 13, they'll play the Bills. That'll be fun. Week 14 at Cardinals. Week 15 at Raiders. So that's always fun. Something to think about going forward. Here's how the primetime games break down. Here, I'll put this one also on the screen because I think this is important because, it's kind of like leading into what we're going to talk about as it gets along and we get going. Sorry about being delayed, by the way. I had one of my brothers were in a pretty gnarly car accident. One's okay, the other's in critical but stable condition. So I'm pretty sure I don't have a ton to worry about, But yeah, so I'm a little distracted. Hey, there you go. You guys got 2. That's good. And you get to see the Packers. Yeah, that's true, Kenny. That's true. Yeah, it's all good. I'm sure he'll be all right. It's just they believe it's a skull fracture. and he's having a little trouble breathing, so they had to put him on a ventilator. But critical but stable is a pretty good spot to be in. The doctor doesn't seem all too alarmed or worried. He's got movement in extremities. It's all a head issue. Oh, bad. It was bad. To the point where their boss was like, "I have no idea how everybody walked out and nobody died." Yeah. My brother Joe, who is an indestructible human being, somehow didn't take any real damage except the door handle went into his ribs. One guy shot through the windshield and broke a couple ribs. My brother smacked his head really good, so he might have fucked his head up. So we're hoping it's not too bad, but critical but stable. That's usually a good sign, I think. They're pretty sure it's a skull fracture, but those are pretty recoverable, I think. I don't know. Anybody have any experience with that? I have no idea. So yeah, it's been a pretty weird hour and a half for me. But yeah, when my one brother was able to pull his twin, because they're twin brothers, so he was able to pull his brother from the truck that was starting to catch fire. It was a pretty bad one, so which is pretty superhuman. And then the other guy, he pulled him out from in the middle of the road and pulled him into a ditch. And apparently, when the workers got there, my other brother had then collapsed because he was dealing with his own injury. But anyway, I think we should move on from that distressing subject. Here are the list of the way prime timers. We went over the 5 teams. 4 games for Tennessee, Indianapolis, Las Vegas, and Arizona. 3 for Chicago, New Orleans, and Baltimore. 2 for Cleveland, Washington, Miami, Seattle, and Minnesota. 1 for the Jets, Giants, Texans, Jaguars, Panthers, and Falcons. And then Detroit has 0, but I don't think that's necessarily true. There's something I want to look at in the way that they're configuring this. I want to look at the Bills' schedule and count their actual primetime games without Thanksgiving. Oh, come on. What the fuck? Why aren't the individual schedules posted? All right, let's see. Sunday Night Football. Let's see how many times the Bills are on there. Let's see. 1, 2. So twice on that. There's the 3rd. There's the 4th. What's the other one that they're considering primetime for the Bills to be 5? It's got to be the Thanksgiving Day game, right? So why the hell is Thanksgiving Day being counted as a primetime game for the Bills, but not the Lions in this tweet? Because the Patriots and Vikings are the nighttime game, right? Like, that doesn't make sense. Why? Like, the Lions do have 1. It's literally Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's literally the only primetime game on, so. Yeah, I don't know why Ari says 0. Detroit literally has 1. I don't know how the Bills would have 5 if, you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't actually add up. See, like, okay, here we go. Watch. So 2. There's 3. There's 4 technically. That would be 5. And that would cover the rest. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, wait. Maybe I missed 1. 2. Sunday 1. 3. 4 with the Thanksgiving game. There's 5 right there. Okay, so maybe they're not counting Thanksgiving as prime time then. Okay, that works. Fair enough. Consistency is all I care about. We'll have that one open in the background. I was just like, wait, how are they counting this? Yeah, that's going to be interesting. The Patriots and the Dolphins get together week 1. Let's see, what do we want to look at next? Yeah, Sunday Night Football, just to kind of get an idea of what Sunday night's going to look like. The season opener, by the way, is the Bills and the Rams. That'll be very exciting on Thursday Night Football on September 8th, 2022. We'll get the Bills and the Rams. Chargers social media team took a shot at the Browns on their schedule release video. Really? Yeah, Chargers social media team is pretty annoying. I seen you comment a little earlier that the Chargers social media team is insane. Yeah, they're menaces, dude. I like teams like the Chargers who act like they're like the best team in the NFL, and these motherfuckers never make the playoffs. They're like, look how good our roster is. Yeah, make the playoffs once. Yeah, that team deserves it. They're acting like they're the defending champ. It's like, you're the Chargers of Los Angeles, not the Rams of Los Angeles, right? Just because the Chargers or the Rams won doesn't mean you guys are also world champions. Motherfuckers better remember that you guys can't field the team usually because you're always injured. Unmodest bitches. Beat the Patriots once and then we'll talk. All right, let's have a look at some of these Sunday night matchups here. The first Sunday night game will be on September 11th. Never forget. Wow, 21 years. Sheesh. Since 9/11 will be played that day. It'll be the Buccaneers and the Cowboys, the very first Sunday night football affair. Then a week, obviously, I'm not going to say the dates every time. That's a little stupid. And then a week later, it'll be the Bears and the Packers. That'll be pretty cool, but they should consider flexing that one. And then for because I think they can flex as early as like week 8 now. Yeah, let's see. Oh, yeah, I should probably give my predictions on how these games are going to go. I have the Rams beating the Bills probably 54-0. Mainly just because the Bills are going to be exposed this year as frauds. Oh, look, no Bills fans here to defend their fraudulent team. Oh, no. Oh, well, everyone agrees. Mike, you agree? Caden, you agree? Bills fraudulent? Oh, shit, they're Shiesty. Hey, what's up, Shiesty? Didn't know you were here. Let's see, there's 2 agrees. Yeah, it looks like you guys are the underdog for this one, Shiesty. 67-0. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of teams that don't like you guys. You guys are good now. Welcome to this. See, that's what's fun about being a good team, though, is everybody hates your team. You could be like the Astros fans and say it's because everyone hates you because you cheated when in reality you're just a good team. And no one roots for a good team. You went from underdog to good team. Yeah, no one likes you anymore. That's how that usually works. Screw the Packers. Oh, yeah, it's going to be a really good game, Rams and the Bills. I have I think since it's at home for the Rams, I like the Rams to kind of take a at home game, but also there's depending on when the Bills get out to Los Angeles for that game, I wonder if there's going to be like a lag effect. The Bills kind of going to the West Coast, being a little later. The game's going to be at 8:00, so technically in West Coast brain it's going to be like 11:00 almost. So I like kind of how the Rams might have a small advantage here. Plus the Rams have like less new parts than the Bills. The Bills have a couple new parts compared to the Rams. That's it's so hard to give this early of a prediction without a preseason. Packers will be way better than 9-8 or 1-6. Jeez. You like our schedule and Steelers Pats this time around will be a new start. Yeah, it'll be a new start to the rivalry. Let's see. Then Buccaneers Dallas. I have Buccaneers winning that game pretty handily. You're gonna be having fun on NFL Predictor. Yeah, we'll probably do predictors a little later, but for now we're just gonna look at schedules and give like rough ideas. Josh Allen tearing ACL. Don't say that. Don't predict injury. That's a little far, but maybe hopefully you're right. All right. Let's see. Then Bears, Packers. I obviously will have the Packers winning. I don't really have the Bears doing too well this year, unless I'm proven wrong. They did absolutely nothing to help Justin Fields this offseason. That's going to be a problem. 49ers, Broncos could be a really good game. How does that work for the Russell Wilson versus the 49ers? Does he typically lose those games? Yeah, I don't know why they did nothing to help Fields is like a promising young quarterback, and they did nothing to help that dude. Is Russ good versus the Niners, or did the Seahawks usually lose to the Niners? How'd that break down? Because that's how it's probably going to continue for a lot of Broncos in Russ games. That's another thing. I don't really know who's starting for the 49ers. Russ always beats the Niners. So I'll probably go with the Broncos here, mainly because I also just don't really know who's going to be starting for the Niners. You think 14-3 again? Sheesh. Kenny's got high expectations. Yeah, I know. Wilson's going to look way better than a lot of guys because he's loaded with talent. Chiefs and Bucks will be a really, really good game. Brady's going to expose that fraud, but for whatever reason, Mahomes always beats him in the regular season, so I'll probably have to go with the Chiefs, unfortunately, here. And, yeah. I don't know why this is, but it seems like Brady, I don't think he's ever beat that dude in the regular season. Vice versa, I don't think Mahomes has ever beat him in the playoffs. It's kind of a weird parallelism going on there. Russ versus, yeah, it's a fun division out there. So yeah, I'd probably go with the Chiefs in the regular season early on. It seems like a Chiefs kind of game, but again, the Chiefs can start slow, so the Bucks might be like a little bit more explosive out of the gate compared to the Chiefs. So I don't know. And let's see what's next. Bengals, Ravens. Toss up. Don't know right now. Cowboys, Eagles. Steelers, Dolphins. Sorry, Nathan. I have to go with the Dolphins. I really don't know what your quarterback looks like right now. Make a path to the Super Bowl, but Bucks will easily win the division again and probably make the second round. Yeah, Bucks are going to be a problem. If they want Brady out, all you got to do is beat him. Packers at Bills. Right now, I would say the Bills, only because I don't know what the Packers are totally going to look like on offense. I'm sure they'll be fine, and I'm sure they'll win at least 12 games. But I don't know if they have the offense to compete with these dudes in Buffalo. And because that's a challenge, is being able to offensively compete. And I just don't know what fully these guys are going to have. Oh, really? The Jets are starting 0-4? That's a bummer. Yeah, they're just like, well, welcome to losing immediately. Titans, Chiefs, another really good They have a lot of good Sunday night games this year. Jesus Christ, look at this. So far, there hasn't really been a bummer except maybe Dolphins, Steelers. No offense to you guys, but like that's a decent game if these teams are both good. This one's a little blah too. This will be really good. And there's two really good in a row. Titans, Chiefs. I like the Titans in this one, but again, there's a couple questions about the Titans offense, so I'll probably go Chiefs here. Yeah, I'll probably go in Chiefs here as well. I just don't know what the Titans are going to look like on offense. I'm sure defensively and everything, like running-wise, they'll be fine. But there's a lot of question. Steelers, Colts, Monday Night Football will be a sneaky good game. Yeah, I would imagine so. What else we got? We got the Chargers and 49ers. That'll be decent. I got the Chargers. Again, don't know what the 49ers got at quarterback. Oh, some of these are Thursday night? What the hell? Why are they throwing some Thursdays in here? Oh, it's Thanksgiving Day. Okay. Then we got the Bengals and the Steelers. That'll be really good. But right now I have to go Bengals just because I kind of don't know what the Steelers are going to look like, especially by week 11. I have no idea what we're going to see. So give me the Steelers or give me the Bengals for now. Oh, God. The Patriots take on the Vikings in Minnesota. I got the Patriots just because Minnesota is a joke team in the league. Pretty easy W versus Choke Cousins on primetime. We all know the history. We all know the story of Kirk Cousins on primetime. And, I'm sure the Patriots are going to just, I don't know. This could be a really good game, though. This will be probably super, really cool, 27-24 type game. But I got the Patriots right now. Don't trust the Vikings primetime. Never take them. I literally just do not pick this team in these kind of games. 8:20 primetime. No. Packers and Eagles. I got the Packers. And then it would be the Colts and the Cowboys. I would take the Colts in that game because I'm sure Matt Ryan and company will be looking good by this point. Sunday night, another Sunday night game, week 14. We're looking at the Chiefs and the Broncos. In Denver, I'll go with the Broncos to win this, finally beating them, because the one thing that's held the Broncos back is a quarterback, and now they got one. You starting out 0-2. We'll look at schedules here as soon as we're done with Monday Night Football, which we'll kind of go through a little quicker. Because then after that, it's literally just kind of, we can go over I'll quickly say the international games, and then we're just individual schedules at that point. We've only got a few left. So week 15, another really great game. Probably one of the games of the years. The Patriots will take on the Raiders. It'll be Belichick versus McDaniels in Las Vegas. That'll be rather exciting to see. Can the student usurp the master? I have the Patriots winning because I think the Raiders might be really bad, but we'll never know with McDaniels. But this will be their Super Bowl, so you really never know. They're gonna go all out to beat us in that game. It'll be annoying as shit. And then we have week 16. The Buccaneers play the Cardinals. Because the Cardinals are usually in end of season collapse at this point, I'll take the Bucs. You got them in week 10. Oh shit, Mike Tomlin's gonna make his final W. Hey, we're up to 8 likes. We're up to 7 likes. That's pretty good. The stream's struggling along like I figured it would. Let's see. Then Rams and Chargers. Rams. I don't think the Chargers are that good. All right. Let's see. Now let's go look at Monday night really quickly. Wait, why isn't the doubleheader shown? Oh, it is. Okay. They're not doing a doubleheader to open Monday Night Football this year. It's kind of weird. Anyway, it'll be the Broncos and Seahawks for week 1. Broncos, Seahawks. So it'll be Russ versus Russ returning to Seattle right away to kind of kick things off. That's kind of already been kind of released and talked about at least. Then we've got let's see. Then you've got week 2. You've got the Titans and the Bills. That'll be a pretty good game. I probably got the Bills in that one just because, again, not really certain about how things are going to play out for the old Titans early on. Eagles Vikings. I like the Eagles in that one. I just don't like the Vikings in primetime games. Those aren't typically their best appearances. Jeez, there's only 2 people watching. Oh, down to 1. Damn. Well, I'll just finish this quickly. This is not a big deal. I'll end the stream and just have this be a video, basically. Anyway, let's see then. Week 3, it'll be the Cowboys taking on the Giants, and that'll be pretty good. I don't know who's gonna. I guess Cowboys, because the Giants will probably be pretty bad. You're there but listening. Yeah, there's a couple people still in. Let's see. Rams and 49ers. That'll be pretty good. I like the Rams to win that one. Actually, that one's always an interesting affair. Probably 49ers will win the home game. Let's see. Week 5, Raiders Chiefs. I like the Chiefs to probably take the home game in that one. Week 6, Broncos Chargers. I'll take the home team Chargers. Week 7, Bears at Patriots. Give me the Patriots in a pretty easy W versus the Bears. What do we got next? Week 8, Bengals and Browns. Give me the Browns at home, I guess. I would imagine Deshaun Watson will be playing, so that helps that decision out quite a bit. Ravens and Saints. Give me the Ravens just because, again, questions about the Saints. Don't really know what they're going to look like. Yeah, it won't be pretty what we do to that team. Commanders and Eagles. Since it's in Philadelphia, I'll take the Eagles, but the Commanders could be sneaky good depending on what their offense looks like. 49ers, Cardinals. I don't know. I'll take the Cardinals at home, and again, just because I have questions about the 49ers by quite a bit. Week 12, we have the Steelers at the Colts. I'll take the Colts just because they're home, and I still, again, questions about the Steelers. Not really sure what they'll look like. You're going to hear that a lot about it, because there's just a lot of questions right now. Colts, Pats, Bears, 46-10. Another Patriots game. We're at the Saints and Bucks. Saints and Buccaneers. Give me the Saints. The Saints cannot lose to the Bucks in the regular season, no matter what the situation is. I'm pretty sure the Saints beat them with like backup quarterbacks and like fucking Taysom Hill and shit. There's just something that happens when the Saints play the Buccaneers where they just cannot beat the Saints, the Bucks. Just an impossibility. What else we got? We got the Patriots and Cardinals. That'll be a really good game. Again, I anticipate the Cardinals being in their late season collapse, so I'll take the Patriots. Yeah, it's literally one of those things where the Cardinals, like 3 years in a row, have collapsed by this point in the season and are just wildly losing games. So I'm going to take the Patriots, though if the Cardinals avoid their mid-season, like, just implosion at about 10 games in, you know, they might, this will be a pretty good one. But again, we kind of know this team has a history. Rams and Packers. This will be a good game. It's in Green Bay. I'll go with the Packers. You know, it'll be at home. It'll be cold in December against a primarily indoor team out east. Rams travel well, though, so that's something to think about. But right now, I guess I'll take the Packers in that one due to being home, and it's December 19th, so late season. Chargers and Colts. I'll go Chargers. Bills and Bengals. Ooh, the revenge game for the Bills. You guys should have never been where we were supposed to be game for these Buffalo Bills. I'm going to go with the Bengals in the upset. Remember I said that. Unless the Bengals are really bad at this point. Like they're just kind of like a fluke team. Then, of course, the Bills will just steamroll them. Let's see. All right, that's those. Let's look at some network games. This will be cool. London, they have, let's see, these are the London games. We kind of already knew what these were. The Vikings play the Saints on Sunday, October 2nd at 9:30 a.m. And then we got so that's week 4 and week 5. And then in week 10, the Seahawks and Buccaneers play over in Munich, Germany. That'll be week 10, Sunday, November 13th at 9:30 a.m. Christmas Eve, the Raiders and the Steelers will play a game. It'll be December 24th at 8:15. I think there is also 3 Christmas games, so that'll be pretty cool. There's also the Saturday triple header thing like last year. Those will be announced later in the season. Let me go look if there's any kind of further announcements. Let's see. There's Monday night. All right. Anyway, guess the fun part now, we can kind of just look at individual schedules. We'll start with the Patriots, of course. Easiest one to go through. A lot of W's coming up. I don't know who the 3 Christmas games are. For some reason, those weren't like listed. Let me look. Hold on. Was it week 16? Here we go. These are the Christmas games. It'll be the Packers and the Dolphins, Broncos and the Rams, and Buccaneers and the Cardinals. So those will be the Christmas Day games. Let's look at the Patriots schedule here. The Patriots begin their season pretty difficult. They got to travel down to Miami to play the Dolphins in their personal hellhole. That's at least getting this shit out of the way early. So that means later in the season, the Dolphins have to come play in New England, so that'll be fun. All right, let's see what's next. Then we play the Steelers right away, so that's interesting. Can't wait to see the Steelers in complete disarray at quarterback. That'll be fun. Could see a 1-1 start. Then we play the Ravens. Oh, that's nice. We get to play the Ravens again. Don't know how that's going to go. Then we play the Packers, easy W. Week 5, we play the Lions. That should be an easy win. Week 6 is the easiest game of the season yet in the Cleveland Browns. No, just kidding. This could be a difficult game. This could be hard. This one could be hard. Pretty easy, though. Pretty easy with the Bears. And week 7. Week 8, we play the Jets, easy W. Week 9, hopefully we get our goddamn revenge against the Colts. Oh, good. A much earlier bye week than last week, so we're buying week 10. I like that a lot better. Who are the Lions? Yeah, it's pretty likely. I think we'll sweep the Jets this year. Not really worried about them. We'll think we'll beat the Vikings. Don't really know how that game's going to go. The Patriots take on the Cardinals. Depending on the Cardinals, we could win that one. Could win this one just because we'll know all about Josh McDaniels' offense. Ooh, we play the Bengals. That'll be fun. I have no idea how that game will go. We'll win this one if we lose the one early in the season, which I kind of anticipate we do. Week 18, we then finish with the Bills. So, yeah, I don't know how those games are going to go. We could get swept by Buffalo. I'm not going to lie. They're pretty fucking good. All right. That's a nice schedule. I like that. Looking like 10, 11 wins. That's not too bad. Should be just about the same as last year, wins and loss wise. If I'm being honest, let's see. Division wise, I could see 3-3 or 4-2, depending on how all that plays. Or no, it'd be at least 3-3 because I think we'll sweep the Jets. Miami, I think we'll split with. And then I don't know how Buffalo will go. So probably 3-3 in the division. This one's at home, so I'll give us a win there. 4 wins. 5, 6. I'll just take 2 losses on Buffalo. 7 wins. Probably a loss. 8 wins. 9 wins. I don't know about this team yet at all. 10 wins. This is a toss-up. And this is toss-up. I don't know how this one will go either. Depends on what the Packers look like earlier. If they're not as good as they could be, that could be a much easier situation. So who's next? What team do we want to look at next? Matty Ice gets revenge? I hope not. I hope we beat the dog shit out of that guy. Packers? You want to see the Packers? All right. Sure, you've already seen it a million times by now. We'll skip the preseason. I don't really give a shit about that. Let's see. You guys open week 1 at the Vikings. Week 2 at the Bears, or week 2 at home versus the Bears. Week 3 at Tampa Bay. Week 4, the Patriots come to town to give you a major loss. You guys are going to lose back-to-back games to Brady. That's rough. You lose to Brady, then his former team's going to come in, smack you around. You're going to lose to Chicago. 0-4 start for the Packers this year. Kind of rough. First win will probably come against the lowly Giants on week 5. In Tottenham Stadium over in London. Then you'll beat the Jets probably just barely. I swear to God, you guys played the Jets last year. It must have been the preseason or something, but I vaguely remember you guys playing. Then you guys will play at the Commanders, then at the Bills, then at the Lions. Week 10, you'll be back home after a long road trip of 3 games versus the Dallas Cowboys in Week 10. It was preseason. That's what I thought it was. Okay. Then you'll play the Titans at home as well. Then you'll travel for week 12, you'll be on the road against Philadelphia. And then week 13, you'll be on the road against the Bears. Then home versus the Rams in week 15. That'll be good. Monday Night Football. Week 16, you'll be in Miami, so that'll be nice. You know how you said Christmas Day. Kind of already went over that. And then week 17, you'll be playing the Vikings, and then you'll end the year versus the Lions. Day before your birthday versus the Titans. Oh, that'll be good. On 11/18 is your birthday. So hopefully you'll have a nice birthday present from the old Packers. You know. All right. Anyone, other teams that we want to go over? With the Lions? Yeah, we'll look at the Lions. See what the Lions got coming up. Week 1, they'll open up against the Philadelphia Eagles. It's home. They have 2 straight home games. So week 1 against the Eagles, week 2 against the Commanders. Week 3, they'll travel to Minnesota to take on those pesky Vikings. Week 4, they'll be home versus Seattle. Then week 5, back on the road. So away, home, away. I think it's even home, away, home, away. So pretty annoying schedule for them. And then an early bye week in week 6. Week 5 will be at the Patriots. So then they have they got unfortunate with the bye week early. So then they play the rest of the way through. The Eagles will probably win the division. I wouldn't be shocked. Eagles or Cowboys probably easily. Then week 7, they'll play at Dallas. That won't be easy for them. Week 8, then they have Miami at home. That probably won't be easy for them. Week 9, then they have Green Bay at home. That'll be very easy for them. Then week 10, they play at Chicago. That's a toss-up game. Then week 11, they play at the Giants. I don't know how it'll go. Yeah, we'll look at the Browns next. You think you have the Bills tying twice? Then week 12 they host the Bills on Thanksgiving, so that'll be interesting to watch. Week 13 they play the Jaguars. That could be a win. Week 14 they play the Vikings. That'll be cool. Week 15 at the Jets, easy W. Week 16 at the Panthers, interesting. Then they play the Bears in week 17, and of course, as they play at Packers on week 18. Yeah, we'll go look at the Browns. Let's see. Cleveland Browns. All right, here we are. Browns, regular season. You hope the Steelers bring back their Bumblebee uniforms. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Let's see. Week 1, it'll be the Carolina Panthers. Week 2, at the Panthers. Week 2, it'll be home versus the Jets. Week 3, it'll be home versus the Steelers. Week 4, it'll be at home versus the Falcons. Yeah, we can look up Atlanta next. Week 4, it'll be at the Falcons. Week 5, it'll be home versus the Chargers. Week 6, it'll be home versus the Patriots. Pretty tough slew of games there. Week 7 doesn't get any easier for the Browns. They have to go to Baltimore and play the Ravens. Then in week 8, it stays difficult. They play the Cincinnati Bengals. So that's a rough stretch of games. Chargers, Patriots, Ravens, Bengals. Then in your bye in week 9, so you get the day off at that point. Pretty good timed bye. You want to be somewhere between week 8 and week 12. You don't really want to get much later than week 12. Your whole momentum can get thrown off. Then you play week 10 at the Miami Dolphins. Then you stay on the road for week 11 and stay in the AFC East and play the Buffalo Bills in week 11. Week 12, you host Tampa Bay. Week 13, back on the road versus Houston. You stay on the road and play at the Bengals, so that's kind of rough. Week 15, then you play host to the Ravens. Week 16, you play host to the Saints. Week 17, you play at the Commanders. And then week 18, you end your season versus the Steelers. So that's always fun. Could be playing Baker early on. We'll see. Falcons. You'll put a score that's almost 250 burgers. All right, there's their preseason. All right, Falcons. Week 1, they'll be home versus the Saints. That'll be interesting. Week 2 and Week 3, they're on the road versus the Rams in Week 2. Then the Seahawks in Week 3. So a little West Coast trip. Wow, pretty rough start. Rams, Seahawks, Browns. Well, Seahawks aren't that bad. But Rams, Seahawks, Browns, Bucks. Week 4, they play the Browns at home. Week 5, Tampa Bay and they play the Bucks in Tampa. They could easily start with just one win in their season. Then they play week 6 versus the 49ers at home. That could be a loss as well. Then they head to Cincinnati. That could get ugly for them as well. Then they play the Panthers, another reprieve in the schedule in week 8. Then week 9, then they have to play the Chargers. It doesn't seem to get any easier for this team. Week 10, then they play at Carolina, another little break. Then they play the Bears in week 11, some wins. Commanders, so a nice little break for them. But it's at Commanders, so that could be weird. Then they play the Pittsburgh Steelers in week 13. Bye week in week 14. Oof. They even drew the late bye week. That's tough. Week 15, they play the Saints, to be determined. They might have one of those crazy games. Week 16, they play the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore. Then the Cardinals at home in week 17. Then week 18, they end the season versus Tampa. That could be a brutal end of the season. They could lose a lot of games. What's their strength of schedule? Oh, yeah, Atlanta's a top 10. They have one of the hardest schedules in the league. Yeesh. What's next? Who do we want to look up next and see kind of just what they have to deal with? Kind of getting a lot of the schedules by symbiosis just by looking at other teams. If anyone has anyone particular they want to see, we can pop that open. Again, there's the strength of schedule. Rams. All right, we'll look at the Rams. A lot of L's in their schedule. They do have the hardest schedule in the league. The Rams only play hard teams this year. Having a bye week from week 6 to week 14. Yeah, they get the 2 worst byes. The first and the last. That's the worst ones to get. All right, week 1 for the Bills. It's Thursday Night Football. They have to play the Bills to start the season off. Pretty brutal. Then they get a break with the Atlanta Falcons in week 2 at home. Week 3, they play the Cardinals on the road. Week 4, they play the 49ers on the road. And then they play Dallas at home in week 5. Week 6, they play the Carolina Panthers. This schedule isn't really that bad. Why is it ranked so high? It must get harder. Week 7, they have a bye week, so that's a little unfortunate with an older team. I would want that around week 8 to week 10, somewhere in that range. Probably even week 9 to week 11 more so because of the older team again. Then week 8, they'll go ahead and return they return home and play the 49ers. Week 9, they play at Tampa Bay. That'll be difficult. Then they play the Cardinals at home. Then the New Orleans Saints on the road. Then then at Kansas City. That'll be difficult. Then week 13, they play the Seattle Seahawks. Week 14, they also host the Las Vegas Raiders. Week 15, they head to Lambeau to play the Packers. In week 16, they play the Denver Broncos at home. That'll be fun. Week 17, they play at the Chargers. In week 18, they finish at Seattle. Their schedule really isn't that hard. You can see Dallas getting the upset. That's not impossible. Their schedule, I know they have the highest rated, but it doesn't seem that difficult when you really look at it. Yeah, it's pretty cupcake by the looks of it. What's up, Daniel? Hey, up over 10 likes now. There we go. Helps the stream out. Is there any other schedules we want to go over? Let's kind of back up and we'll just keep her going if just chill out for a little while longer. Probably do at least an hour here, and then I'll probably get going tonight. Look at the Colts. Rams play Chiefs and Buccaneers, Bills, Raiders. Yeah, it's a pretty rough run. They don't have an easy schedule. All right. See what the Colts got going down. No one cares about preseason. All right. They start the season at Houston. Oh, boy. And then the Colts have to get their personal horror game out of the way. They have to head down to Jacksonville. Then they have to head down to Jacksonville, where they haven't won a game since 2014. So they very well could start 1-1 this year, and they probably will based on history. The Colts don't win in Jacksonville, not since 2014. Could this end the streak of losses this year? We'll see. Who, the Colts? Yeah, they're definitely, they don't win in Clown Town. Speaking of the Colts, did you guys hear that Pat McAfee's whole building blew up or whatever today? Not really blew up, but like I was watching along and I was like, damn, I have to stop watching. And it must have been seconds after I quit watching or something, around 1:10 when the Tigers started playing. Because as soon as I end my stream, I look on the thing and I'm like, what? Pat's studio caught on fire? I didn't remember this. Why don't I remember this? And I'm like, oh yeah, I had to quit watching. Last I knew, he was in talking with the guy from FanDuel, and all of a sudden I figure out more than the building he's in caught on fire. I was like, sheesh. Crazy news was that. All right, anyway, then week 3, if you go look around, Pat's building caught on fire. Yeah, I think so. Then the whole building got shut down. The show got cut short. There was like a good 3-minute video that they made. Okay, then week 3, they'd have to play the Kansas City Chiefs. Week 4, they host the Titans. These are all home games for the Colts, so that's not bad. Week 5 at Denver. Week 6, they play the Jaguars at home, so that'll probably be a W. Week 7 at Tennessee. Week 8, the Commanders. Week 9, they head to Foxborough. We can look at the Chiefs next. Colts versus Denver is interesting. Yeah, that could be a pretty fun game. Week 10, then they stay on the road and head to Las Vegas. So East Coast, West Coast for the Colts. Then they head back home to Philadelphia for Week 11. They stay home and play the Pittsburgh Steelers. Week 13, they're at Dallas. They're buying Week 14, not the best buy to get. Week 15, at Minnesota. Week 16, they come back home and play the Chargers. Week 17, they have to then go over to New York to play the Giants. And then Week 18, they end their season with the Colts, or with the Texans at home. Chiefs. All right. Oh boy, yeah, that ain't any fun. Week 1 through 4 is that's a bitch. Holy shit! How do you guys not have the hardest ranked schedule? Oh, never mind. You're 5th. Okay. And I don't actually agree with the Rams and 49ers being as high as they are, and Cardinals. I think the Seahawks. I think this is weighted weird because of their divisions last year. Chiefs anyway. Let's see what we got. Week 1, they play on the road against the Arizona Cardinals. That's the worst time to get the Cardinals, is early in the season. That's when they're still good and fiery and fighting. Then week 2, they have to play at home versus the Chargers. Not an easy game, not especially since the Chargers are going to be all beefed up and not very injured at week 2. Week 3, they have to travel to Indianapolis. That's probably not the worst time to get the Colts. This could be a mini break in the season. Week 4, they have to then play Tampa Bay in Tampa Bay. So this will be a road game in Tampa. That'll be brutal early in the season to have to play the Buccaneers, a team that really is about the same again as last year. Week 5, then they come back home and play the Raiders, which is always a slugfest with them. But since they're home, it tends to go their way. But still not an easy game. Week 6, it just keeps on going. They have to play the Bills at home, so that'll be another fun, high-flying affair. Probably both teams wanting revenge for the playoff game. Week 7, they then have to go on the road to play the 49ers. So just not as hard, but not easy, depending on, this could be a problem though, because they could have themselves figured out by week 7. Week 8, they have a bye week. Good week to get a bye week. Could be a week later for it to be perfect, but that's not bad. And they also get a little bit of a break after they play the Titans. Those games are always going to be hard. No matter what, it's the Titans. They tend to play the Chiefs well. Week 10, they'll remain home and play the Jaguars. Easiest game of the schedule, it looks like, for them. Then they'll be on the road versus the Chargers. That could go either way, I think, this year, depending if the Chargers aren't banged up. Week 12, they have to play the Rams. Week 13 at the Bengals. Week 14 at the Broncos. Week 15, they get to play at Houston, so another small break. Week 16, Seattle, another break. So they get back-to-back nice, easier-ish weeks, with Houston not being as easy, but Seattle being pretty laid back. Week 17, they got to play the Broncos. That's a bitch. That's a hard game to end the season on. Plus then week 18 versus your Raiders in their home stadium. Yeah, that sucks. That's a brutal schedule. They got 0 favors in this. The only thing you got was the pretty well-placed bye week if you're a Chiefs fan. What's up, Jacob? Yeah, 12-5 if they're lucky. Yeah, I mean that'd be a really good finish for them. Steelers play the Raiders on your birthday. Hell yeah, there you go. It's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. The Cardinals. Okay. It's week 1. All right, regular season. They start off week 1, Kansas City. Week 2 on the road versus the Raiders. Week 3, they are home again versus the Los Angeles Rams. Their schedule doesn't seem as bad, but they have the second hardest ranked schedule. Let's see. I guess this is actually a brutal opening. Chiefs at Raiders and then Rams. So, yeah, that's actually a brutal opening to the schedule for the Cardinals. Then they get a kind of a decent game at Carolina. Yeah, we can do Steelers after. And then they have to go home and play the Eagles. Won't be easy. Kind of a break versus at Seattle in week 6. Week 7, they have to play the Saints. Who knows how they're going to be. Week 8, then they have to play at Minnesota. Giant question mark. You never know with that one. Week 9, Seattle should be pretty easy. Week 10 at the Rams will not be easy. Then they host the 49ers. Never easy to play division games. Then they have to play another California team in the Los Angeles Chargers. Never easy as well. Week 13, they have a bye week, kind of late, but not too bad. Still, not ideal. Then week 14, they come off the bye week and have to play the Patriots. Week 15, then they play at Denver. Week 16, then they play Tampa Bay at home. Week 17, they get a break versus the Falcons. And then week 18, they end the season against the Niners. Yeah, that's a brutal schedule too. I would argue this schedule for the Cardinals is harder than the Rams schedule. Pretty easy to say that, actually, I think. Just want to do something really quick. Want to look at something. Not bad. Pretty typical NFL stream. Alrighty, though. Then it's week 1 at the Cincinnati Bengals for the Steelers. So we're doing Pittsburgh now. Week 2, then they play their old friend, the Steelers, right away. What's up, Ven? Week 3, it'll be at Cleveland. So that'll be interesting for the Steelers. Pretty hard start with Bengals, Patriots, Browns for the Steelers. But then they get, a small reprieve, a small reprieve. Jesus, dude, the Steelers got fucked. Then they play the Jets week 4. That'll be a chance for them to get their bearings about them. Because then in week 5, they got at Buffalo. Week 6, they play Tampa Bay. Week 7, they got at Miami. Week 8, at Philadelphia. Dude, that's a hard schedule for a team that's like rebuilding their identity. Like, honestly, they could lose every one of these games except the Jets, and they could start 1-8 heading into their bye week. Or 1-7 rather. Just because I really don't know what their team's going to look like. Like, it's like one of them giant question marks where it's like, well, they better have something figured out. That's a hard opener. What's up, though, Ben? Week 9, good bye week to get, I would say. Week 9 through week 12 is probably the ideal weeks to get the bye week. I would say 9 through 11 is the golden range to get, though. Week 10 is the New Orleans Saints at home, though, so that'll be good. Only team Mike Tomlin has left to beat, I think. Week 11, it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals at home. Week 12, it'll be at the Indianapolis Colts. Week 13, at the Falcons. Week 14, they'll play Baltimore at home. Week 15, at Carolina. Week 16, they'll play the Raiders at home. Then week 17, on the road versus the Ravens. Week 18, they'll play the Browns. Ooh, it's a lot of teams. See, who have we gone over? We're going over Rams, Cardinals, Chiefs, Falcons, Steelers, Patriots, Browns, Packers, Colts, Lions. Not bad so far. Eagles. Yeah, we'll do that in a minute here. Just taking a small little breather. Just want to check on a couple things real fast in my email. All right. But, all right, we'll look at the Eagles here now in a sec. Again, if there's teams you want to look at, just bring them up. If I say we've already done them, you can just rewind and find the spot. Hey, what's up, Caden? Welcome back. Let's see. For the Eagles now. Got your iPad charged up a bit. Hey, welcome back, though, man. Welcome back. Week 1, they'll open against the Lions. They'll probably win that game. Week 2, it'll be, and they're on the road, so week 1 for the Lions is home versus the Eagles. The Eagles for week 1, Eagles is at Detroit. Week 2 is at home versus Minnesota. Week 3 is on the road versus the Commanders, newly minted. Then it'll be the week 4 versus the Jaguars at home. Week 6 back on the road, so pretty kind of back and forth schedule. Week 5 on the road versus the Cardinals. Week 6 back at home versus the Cowboys. Week 7 is to be determined. Oh, no, it's a bye week. Okay, so they're buying week 7. I don't know, Chase. It's going to be tough. If they can come out of their schedule with 12 or 13 wins, they're as dangerous as ever. I'd say they're contenders for the Super Bowl. Let's see. Week 8, they'll be home versus Pittsburgh, so that's cool. Pittsburgh versus Philadelphia. Kind of a cool little cross-town rivalry thing. Week 9, they're at the Houston Texans. Week 10, they'll be hosting the Commanders this time. Week 11, they'll be on the road versus the Colts. Back home on Week 12 versus the Packers. Week 13, they'll remain home and play the Titans. That'll be a tough game for them. Week 14, it'll be at the New York Giants. Week 15, it'll be at the Chicago Bears. Week 16 is at the Dallas Cowboys. Week 17, they'll play the New Orleans Saints and then end their season versus those Giants. You're a Texans fan, Kev? Hell yeah. All right. Now who's next? Defensive coordinator? Probably the Lions defensive coordinator, right? Aaron Glenn from Detroit. And I know that sounds weird to say, but like it's hard because all the good defensive coordinators just became head coaches again. Yeah, I'd say Aaron Glenn probably from Detroit. He'll be a head coach next year. Dallas and Minnesota for you. All right. Do I fold toilet paper? I just kind of wipe and just drop it into the shit receptacle. Toilet. No, I don't really do anything with it. I just fucking wipe and drop. What do you like? Take it out, inspect your duty color, and then like fold it up and use the other side? I don't do any of that. Disgusting. You got Belichick as the best DC? Yeah, I guess that works. I guess you could say that. That technically is true. But he's more of a head coach. If you mean it like that, yeah, then I would have said Belichick. All right, we'll go look at Dallas. Easiest schedule in the league for the Cowboys. Let's take a peek here. Ugh. I just take it off the roll of toilet paper and wipe, dude. I don't really do anything fancy. Just rip it off and wipe and drop. There's no origami session done. Anyway, week 1, Tampa Bay and Dallas play. It'll be on the or it'll be home for Dallas versus the Bucks. Week 2, it'll be home versus the Bengals, so they'll stay at home for a couple games. Week 3, it'll be on the road versus the Giants. Week 4, it'll be home versus the Commanders. Week 5, it'll be on the road versus the Rams. Week 6, they'll remain on the road and play their arch nemesis, the Eagles. Dallas beating Cincinnati. Maybe. Week 7, they'll play the Lions in Dallas. Just scoregami. Yeah, that's a great word. Week 8, they'll play the Bears at home. Week 9, they'll have a bye week. Good week to get a bye week. That's the golden zone. Week 10, it'll be at Green Bay. Week 11, they'll remain on the road and play Minnesota. So a few back-to-back. Really, it's 4 straight NFC North games for the Packers. Or it'll be Lions, Bears, Packers, and Vikings. Lions are going to go 10-7? Maybe. That'd be pretty cool. Then week 12, they'll play the Giants. Week 13, they'll play the Colts. These are all home games. Then week 14, they're home again versus the Texans. Week 15, they're on the road versus the Jaguars. Back home in week 16 for the Eagles. Week 17, they'll be on the road. And week 18, they will also be on the road. Week 17, playing the Titans. And week 18, the Commanders. Vikings now, you said? Week 1 for them, it'll be the Packers at home. Week 2, they'll go on the road and play the Philadelphia Eagles. Then week 3, they'll play the Detroit Lions at home. Week 4, they'll play the Saints in New Orleans. I don't want any of that. You think you're going to Lions beat the Bills on Thanksgiving? That'd be a pretty good one. It's a good early upset. Week 4, they'll play at New Orleans. I already said that. Week 5, back home versus the Bears. Week 6, they'll be back on the road versus the Dolphins. Pretty early bye week for week 7. Let's see. The week 8, they'll be home versus the Cardinals. Next 2 weeks, they'll be on the road. Week 9 against the Commanders. Week 10 versus the Bills. What's up, Bondi? How good will the Texans be? I don't know. I could see them winning 5-6 games. They got a pretty brutal schedule, though. Oh, no, they don't. It's not too bad. Week 8? Yeah, or no, week 11. Week 11 they'll play the Cowboys. Week 12 they'll play the Patriots. Week 13 the Jets. Week 14 at the Lions. Week 15 versus the Colts. So these are home games. Week 16 versus the Giants at home. 17 on the road versus the Colts or the Packers, and then they'll end their season in Chicago versus the Bears. Yeah, New Orleans, Brent. That's true. Probably not. I mean, ideally they don't start him this year. If you're the if you're the Titans, you don't have to start him. You're not sipping the Kool-Aid. That's fair. It's fine to have confidence in your team, I think. You probably could catch a team like the Bills a little overconfident at that point, a little bit way too sure of themselves in a game of that kind of situation around it, and just kind of feeling themselves a little too much. Yeah, I know. It should be this. Like they made it into something where it's like they killed the release because all the big games were released. Look at this. Schedule release 22 presented by Verizon Wireless. Verizon will sell your data to the government. Fuck you. I could be a Verizon guy. Is there actually like a Thursday night schedule though? Seems like Thursday nights. Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Here we go. Here's the Thursday games. 15 of them starting on September 15th. I was looking for these earlier. They didn't really have them anywhere clean. Week 2, it'll be the Chargers and Chiefs. Not bad. Week 3, Steelers, Browns. Week 4, you know what makes me happy is how I know that there are some fan bases super angry that the Patriots got 5 primetime games for no reason. The Dolphins will play the Bengals in week 4. Week 5. I'm not going to say them in order. Could just imagine they're in order from week 5 on. It'll be the Colts playing the Broncos. Then the Commanders playing the Bears. Saints playing the Cardinals. I mean, the Bills did get beat by the Jags, so it's not impossible to imagine they get upset. Ravens play the Bucks. That'll be really good. Chase, no, I think everybody thinks that way. I don't think anyone thought this was a good QB class. Any one of the guys who were drafted in 2021's NFL draft of like Mac Jones, Zach, Trey Lance, all of those guys would be the number 1 pick in last year's draft aggressively. Like teams would have made wild ass moves to trade up for any one of those guys because like the quarterback needy teams. It would have been a goddamn fist fight for Mac Jones. Like if you put Mac in this year's, he goes 1. If you put all of these quarterbacks in last year's class, it's a literal fist fight for them if they were the only one. 2013 NFL QB class. This year, I don't know. This class could be good. I don't know. 2013 was just hilarious bad. Jags. Oh boy. Well, they won like 4 or 5 games. I think they'll be way better than what people are looking like. What's your prediction for them? Malik Willis, the GOAT. I just don't see him starting much this year. I mean, ideally, you don't see a rookie start. You let him sit for a while and learn. Plus, Tannehill probably won't lose his job. Not right away. I know, Ven. It's wild. I can't deal with the early drafts. 7 and 10, or if lucky 8-9. Yeah, I like what the Jaguars did moves wise with Doug Peterson. Plus, the really good coach. Yeah, I know, Ven. It's pretty wild. Like I'm pretty sure Texans are gonna ride with Mills for a couple seasons anyway. I don't necessarily know if they're drafting a quarterback next year. This D class or the D class that had Alden Smith and J.J. Watt. I mean, Chase, it's hard to compare a class that just got drafted to one that was good. I don't know. Could be good. Rams 13-4. Not crazy. Chiefs, Broncos, Packers, Titans, Eagles, Bills, Jets, Bengals. Oh, you're just going over the teams that play. You know what's weird? Then the same people that praise Tua and say he has promise for his rookies, for his season last year, and there's promise there. It's like I'm pretty sure Davis Mills had the exact same numbers, and everyone says he's shitty. It's like, well, the same evidence you have of Tua being a good quarterback, I can now say that that every Miami fan also believes that Davis Mills is going to be very good one day, and have a Josh Allen-esque jump. Because according to Dolphins fans, yeah, Trevor Lawrence is eons better than Trace McSorley. It's really not close. I could imagine Trevor Lawrence quickly taking the title as the best quarterback in that draft class this year. Really like aggressively fast. Yeah, I unless he's just a tremendous bust, Trevor's probably going to take a wild step forward. Hot coach this season, or the hot seat this year. I'd say Trevor Lawrence, or no, not Trevor Lawrence. Motor City Dan Campbell could be on a hot seat. If they win like 2 games, they might fire that fucking clown. Yeah, I think Urban wasn't good for his development. Looking around, if Cleveland has a really bad year, he'll get fired. Um, I don't know if there's a ton of like super hot seats. Maybe Cliff Kingsbury. Maybe the Panthers coach. Maybe Pete Carroll. That's probably it. Yeah, Rule Carroll. And that's just because he's getting old too. Um, Maybe Kingsbury. 4,500 yards. I don't know. He's probably gonna throw 35 to 4,000. Yeah, there isn't a lot of guys I would say that are in hot seats right now. A lot of guys just got replaced. Like 10 guys just got replaced. So it's kind of like almost half the league, a third of the league just got replaced. So it's like, well, unless those guys are really bad, you can almost rule out the entire AFC North, AFC, NFC North, AFC East. Probably all of those guys aren't going to get fired. NFC East, I don't see the Cowboys firing their coach. Well, no, Mike McCarthy's probably definitely on the hot seat. His ass is probably going to get fired. Yeah, McCarthy. Didn't the Ravens just give him a massive extension? Oh, you're a Jags fan, D-Dog? No worries. Like, I don't think the Ravens are ever going to fire John Harbaugh. His seat is probably about as hot as Bill Belichick's seat as a head coach. Very notice what I said there. Yeah, I just personally don't see the Harbaugh ever getting really fired. I thought they just gave him a lengthy extension to kind of ensure that he just never leaves. They're like, listen, we don't want this motherfucker gone. Yeah, Shanahan could be on a hotter seat, but again, I think Shanahan has a wider berth of bullshit because he does deal with a large amount of injury. Like Jimmy G couldn't stay healthy, and that's kind of like it's not really his. Like it's one of them things where he saved Frankenstein seasons. I don't know if he's on any kind of hot seat. But again, the 49ers don't necessarily hire and fire on things that seem to make sense to anybody else but them. So Rule is gone. Yeah, I think so. Unless he has a good year out of nowhere. 3,800 yards. Yeah, 3,900 yards. Falcons. Yeah, Falcons are going to be a fucking shit show this year. Falcons, Seahawks. Easily, those are going to be like the worst teams in the league this year. Yeah, those are your two. Sheesh, Max on his shit right now. He's like, Drake London, bust. Anyone not on the Browns? Bust. Nah, Brandon Staley's a good young coach. I don't think he's going to get fired in year 2. Yeah, no, I think Dan Campbell, if he doesn't win 5-6 games, he's going to get fired. But if they win 5-6 games, they won't fire him. Plus the fact that they're putting together quite the team. He's probably got a pretty wide berth of bullshit this year as well. Oh, the lack of hitting. Yeah, I mean, that's probably for the best. Plus, they just don't want the stench of loser on them. Afraid of the baseball having looking motherfuckers. Swinging like they're in Little League and shit. They're probably just hoping Austin's mom will take them to Mickey D's after the game still, even if they lose. What's up, Kevin? That bitch looks like she has one of them weird-ass vans that fit like 15 Little Leaguers in it. Yeah, I seen that. I'm not very happy about that. Sounds like his arm's still fucked up. But he also kind of just sounds like he just threw a lot of balls today as well. Trayvon Walker does not have as many sacks as Aiden Hutchinson, but he did better in every competition they played. No, Trayvon Walker's a good pick too. It's just crazy he got hopped over by Hutchinson. But again, he's a good pickup. Works well with your other end, Josh Allen. Patriots schedule? We'll go look at it again real quick. When I look at it, right, there's some difficulty here, right? Like, this is a shitty game to get right away. But again, I could see 1-1. This game's a toss-up. I'll go 2-1 because early Baltimore is probably not as good as late season Baltimore. Probably lose this one, so 2-2. Probably win this one, 3-2. Toss-up, 3-3. 4-3. 5-3. 5-4, 6-4, 7-4, 7-5. I think we'll beat late season Arizona. 8-5, 9-5. I think we'll handle Las Vegas just fine. This is a toss up, but I've given all the other toss ups to other teams. 10-5, 11-5, 11-6. Somewhere like that. That's if everything goes right. Everything's working out right for the team. Yeah, they took an athletic product, though. So, I mean, it fits with Jacksonville. It's a really good pick. You couldn't have gone wrong. To me, I don't think there was a wrong pick there. So, that's... I don't know. I think that's about right. You can probably go anywhere from 9 to 11 wins for the Patriots. Just everything will have to go pretty good. I don't know. It's not that hard, not that easy of a schedule. It's kind of right down. I think it's literally the middle schedule. If I looked at it, I was going to say is I think 500 exactly from last year. No, I think I think we're better than last year. We don't have a rookie quarterback making his debut in game 1. Dude, yeah, I just really hope they get fucking beat. You don't understand. If we beat them in Miami, that'll be some motherfucking hilarious trolling going on. But again, they don't have the advantage of Mac being a rookie this year, so fuck them. And they don't have the advantage of having a coach who knows everything about our team, so that'll be nice as well. Jaguars? Yeah, we can look at the Jags. We haven't looked at them yet. Oh, and 17 never happened, so your answer is incredible. Oh, shit. Watson does good. You wasted your entire soul for him. All right, let's look at the Jags. We don't really care about the preseason. I hate it. Did the Jaguars get the Hall of Fame game? That's kind of cool. If Lions go 8-9, yeah, Lions can just have a good season, I'm sure. Will Jared Goff turn that into 2000? Hey, maybe Chase. He's got a weapon. He's got a slew of weapons to work with. They did get the preseason. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't get a DC job. Same with Glenn not getting a head coach job. I've learned to give the hoodie the benefit of the doubt when it comes to winning with seemingly nothing. Yep, Patriots will be fine, I think. That's cool. Good for the Jaguars. They got the Hall of Fame game versus the Raiders. The Jaguars start their season on the road against the Commanders. Week 2, they'll head to they stay home and play the Colts, a team they destroy at home. I got the Colts winning that game easily. Or the Jaguars winning that game easily against the Colts at home. They always win. Don't know why that is. It's a hilarious thing since like 2014. They just destroy Indy at home, and then the rest of the games don't really matter too much. I join your NFL streams and engage. I also do my best to tune in for MLB to throw a like MLB doesn't. Oh yeah, no, you're fine, Tom. Just tune in when you can, man. You know how it is. I understand. There's several people here that I haven't seen in a while. Seahawks tried to avoid Russell Wilson. Yeah, they got that motherfucker week 1. The NFL is a hilarious game for doing that. Super Bowl's in Arizona. All right, interesting to think about. Week 3, the Chargers. Week 4, they stay on the road and play the Eagles. Come back home for week 5 to play the Texans. Week 6, they head to Indianapolis to play the Colts. Week 7, they play the Giants back at home. They stay home and play the Denver Broncos in week 8. You're subbing, D-Dog? I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. You're very, very kind. So we'll see if Arizona gets to the Super Bowl. We'll see if it's rigged to put home teams in Super Bowls. Week 9, they play the Broncos at home, so they'll stay home for a few games in a row here. Week 10, they have to head on the road to play Kansas City. That won't be easy at all. Yeah, very good bye week. Week 11, that's the edge of the seats to get. So I like how we're getting Bucks versus Cowboys again for week 1, just not an opening night. Yeah, I like how they did that again. Week 12, they got the Baltimore Ravens. Then they go on the road up to Detroit to play the Lions. Week 14, they play the Titans in Tennessee. Week 15, they play the Dallas Cowboys at home. Week 16, they'll head up into the cold to play the New York Jets. Week 17, they'll head south to play Houston, in Houston. And then week 18, they'll play the Titans at home to end the year. Not a bad schedule. Not easy. Not hard. At least you get to play the Texans twice. And the Colts. Sheesh. Oh, man, my nose itches. Jerry Jeudy arrested is truly a Cortland Sutton season. I think he'll be good to go. I think he just destroyed his girlfriend's property or whatever. Who was the new Texans? Davis Mills, their starting quarterback. 3 easy dubs, 2 Texans and Colts home game. There you go. 3 easy wins for the Colts. There you go, Jaguars fans. 3 easy wins. And then probably several upsets along the way. I hope Hutchinson just shits on the Jags. I hope so too. And they better draft Hutch because they drafted Zuki in the second round. Wasn't he our like best defensive back? Or no, that was Ifewu Mflawantu or whatever. You think the Titans might fuck up this year? Yeah, I don't know. They're gonna have a tough run. No idea. I don't watch college football. Can't help you there, Chase. Yeah, no. I'm glad people are starting to realize the fraud that is Ryan Tannehill. As always, I'm always right about these kind of things. It's a general rule I have. I'm always right about quarterbacks. Almost. Will Anderson is the number one player. Okay. 15 sacks against the Lions. Sheesh. Lions actually have a really good offensive line. Yeah, but Tannehill's a bit overrated. That kind of got exposed without my nose is itchy so bad because it's fucking busy, distracted. Finay Sewell will give Walker the Aaron Donald tree. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I think I said, yeah, it'd be a good move. Did we look at the Steelers schedule? Yeah, we looked at it. You can rewind and find it around theirs. Yeah, I've looked at a ton of schedules. Here's who we've looked at. Let's take a rewinder. You can find who we've looked at if I say it. We've looked at the Rams, Cardinals, Chiefs, Falcons. I'm missing people here. I think we did Seattle's. I know we did the Steelers, Patriots, Broncos, Browns, Vikings, Packers, a couple other teams. I'm not remembering everybody. Yeah, Stidham was traded to the Raiders for a sixth. They didn't do it first round to make Tannehill really mad. Yeah, I find it hilarious Tannehill is upset about that. Yeah, Tannehill is not good. I tried to explain this to people, and people tried to tell me, no, dude, he's better than what you think. It's like, no, he's like very mediocre. That's the best you're going to get out of that guy. Like, he's not a winner. It's like, there's a reason they let that dude in playoff games throw it like 7 times. Like, I get Mac Jones only threw it 3 times in a game, but that was with like extreme weather. Oh, thank you, Diggs. D-Dog, I appreciate that. You're too kind, my friend. Like, extreme weather, and he's a rookie. Ryan Tannehill's in like his 8th year in the NFL, and he's given the ball 7 times to throw in a playoff game. They got zero confidence in that dude. He's literally there to hand the ball off to Henry or do play action and then bomb it. Yeah, man, I plan on it. Been doing it for a little while anyway. It's been yeah, hoping to get good news soon. But thank you. There you go. That's cool. It pops up like that. If you ever want to leave a message, there is TTS attached to it. Let me go look around and see if there's any kind of more breaking news or some stuff I might have missed from the schedule stuff. Nope, nothing I give a shit about. Titans realized they were wasting Henry's prime. Yeah, so they had to go get a real fucking quarterback. Jax claimed OBJ from free agent. That'd be pretty good. Be a nice pickup, but yeah, I don't think he'd sign there though. I wish the best for Stid. Yeah, I hope he's all right. Yeah, but I kind of figured the writing was on the wall for a lot of these quarterbacks on the roster, not named Mac, with Zap getting drafted. Be right back. I'll blow my nose. It's bothering me. Oh, I'm back. OBJ? No, I've never heard that. I think that's more of a media thing about him being bad in the locker room. Yeah, but yeah, maybe with where? Fuck, I'm getting tired. Wow, I've been live for an hour and a half. Holy shit. It's 11 o'clock already. I didn't anticipate that. Anything kind of like last minute we want to go over? Matt LaFleur for the Packers? No, dude, he's won 26 games in 2 seasons. I highly doubt it. Or is he up to 39 games in 3 seasons? Two NFC Championship game appearances. I'm pretty sure this guy's very, 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 very safe. Matt LaFleur. There'd be a lot of teams fighting to sign Matt LaFleur if he was to be fired as a head coach. That'd be a wild move. I also don't think they'd do that because he's like having a lot of incredible success young. And don't forget it took old boy what was it, 5 years coaching Sean McVay before he won a title. Do a list of what each team needs to do to reach this. Holy shit. Now, I'm not doing that on this stream. I'm not going to be able to. I don't have the ability or the wherewithal right now to do so. Have a good night, Tom. I'm going to watch one more episode of Killing It on Peacock and then hit the hay. Thanks, man. Thanks for sticking around. Appreciate it. And you have a good night. I'll see you when I see you next, Tom. Enjoy your show. That's something we could do eventually, Chase, but tonight I don't have I'm not going to be able to do that. Wish Jags would have got Byron. Oh, as like a head coach? Yeah, that would have been cool. But I don't know. Getting Doug Peterson to get the team fixed up and going in a good direction is probably is pretty important, I would argue. You guys needed to get cleaned up and like fixed up and put in the right direction. And Peterson's good for that. He'll have your team fixed up and proper. Fix up the culture, get things looking right. Oh, like before the preseason? Yeah, okay, we could do something like that, Chase. That'll work. If there isn't anything major schedule related, though, I think I'm going to hop out of here. We hit a lot of stuff. Got to hit the hay. Yeah, you're going to take off, too? Yeah, I think I'm going to get out of here, too, as well, guys. My head's in a million other places right now, so... It's also why I started so late. I would have been right around 8 with the start of the release and having fun with everything. But again, I'm dealing with a couple things off stream, so I'm a little distracted. So yeah, man, I hope so. I don't know how bad. Like it's a skull fracture, right? So it's critical but stable. So I'm hoping that's good. Usually that's good, right? Like. It's not good, but like, what's the word? Like that's a good spot to be in it if they only think it's a skull issue, and probably some rib damage. So I'm hoping it's not anything too crazy and he's not like retarded now. That would suck. Glad he didn't pass away in the incident. That would have been a tough year. But thank you guys. I hope he is too. Hopefully I have good news tomorrow to be like, all right, he's good. He woke up and fucking got a cracked head, but he should recover. So, it's a good thing he's a strong person. Yeah, you have a good night too, Ven. Yeah, that one guy. Do you want to see your team's schedule, or have you already looked it up and everything? We can go over it before I get out of here. But I'm about to wrap it up this evening. You can look forward to the fact that you guys have one of the easiest schedules in the league. I think you're the third or fourth easiest, technically. He's like, I already know the schedule. I don't need to see this shit. Dude, no, dude, that one guy, you know how it is, man. You show up whenever you feel like it, dude. There is no on time, too late. If there's anything you want to see, just go ahead and rewind. You know how it is. We just kind of bullshitted around. Pretty easy going stream, I would say, this evening. I think this even got up to 100 views, if I'm not mistaken, which is pretty crazy for a football stream in May for me. Let's see. Drum roll. All right, 18 likes. That's a pretty good shot. 84 views on the raw screen. 56 in the last hour. 104. Point. The Ravens schedule rank. Middle of the road. About bottom 20. So they have a pretty easy run. Looks like the whole North kind of got an easier schedule, except for the Steelers. We got to play the Browns and the Bengals and all that. But all right, everybody. I appreciate you all for coming out this evening. We'll be live again tomorrow night for the Tiger stuff, so that'll be fun. Sunday night, I could do another football stream. I probably will, just to kind of further do more like schedule stuff and just to have a more NFL related talk if there's anything really crazy, because it's a day game for the Tigers that day. So I'll try to get do another episode of the football podcast, something like that. Maybe I'll have some people come on that night and make it like a guest thing where we have some people to talk to about a few things. That'll be pretty fun. I'll try and set something like that up. Yeah, so if you want to come on the air and talk, reach out to me on Discord. Probably is the best way. You have to have a channel or be an adult, one of the two, please. Because outside of that, I don't really want random people coming on right away. I'm not very comfortable with people coming on the air quite yet. I got in trouble last time people came on air, so don't really want to deal with that again. But all right. It was a good fun night. Thank you guys. Fun stream. Thank you for keeping my mind preoccupied this evening. I appreciate it. And yeah. So go Lions, go Tigers, and of course it's go Patriots because it's football. And season's coming soon, like 118 days or some shit like that, 119. Somewhere it's between 118 and 120 days till kickoff. Can't wait. September 11th coming soon. I think it's even sooner than that. It's September 9th. Ooh, boy. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow or Sunday whenever you tune in next. Peace out. Go Lions and go Tigers and, of course, go Patriots. Peace.